Oh, good morning, guys. As you know, we have to wear a mask everywhere we go here. And we just came driving around today looking for certain things that we need for some of these doggies, right? So, anyway, hope everybody's doing well. And something I want to teach you this morning. Something you got to learn from me this morning. And, you know, this is something that I've been talking about for the last few days. When it comes to criminals, guys, sometimes, depending on what you're doing, depending on what your circumstances, your situation is, whatever it may be, whatever the circumstances may be. Hola, Carlos Molina. Sometimes it's better to just sort of ignore things, deal with them in the easiest way possible, and just kind of try to get it over with, right? Learn this because this is what they did to President Trump, okay? Sometimes remember that some of these enemies and pathological crazies are like a cancer. They're like a cancer. So you got to make sure you eradicate them because they keep coming back, right? But don't forget that at the end of the day, they are like a cancer. And I know that the medical industry won't tell you this or whatever else, but cancer, there's many different ways to eradicate cancer. And not only that, but when you understand the underlying causes of a disease and its pathology, you have a much better chance of beating it. And it's the same way with people. So I went through a case last year, right? And just an obsessed maniac, right? Obsessed maniac. And, I thought I'll just, deal with it, get it over with, whatever, And hopefully, through everything that maniac has gone through, he learned his lesson, right? Apparently, has not, right? Apparently, the maniac has not learned his lesson. So, I didn't really take much action. I just kind of dealt with it, before, didn't really put much effort or time into it, to be honest with you. I just kind of dealt with it, just whatever, and time just pretty much took care of everything, as I told Susan, right? Remember good old Susan? She's no longer with us, but some of you remember good old Susan, right? I know she's looking up at us now and going, Paloma was right? So anyway, Susan, wherever you are, we wish you well. So anyway, we know she's looking up at us and hopefully realizing, But now, because like a cancer, like a pathological disease, it keeps coming back, then you have to deal with it more aggressively, right? You have to take more action. Because otherwise, it's a never-ending circle, especially when people commit crimes. Like, look, think of what Oscar just did. He just went and lied to a bunch of you and the media, claiming he has a restraining order. Guys, that's a whole process in Mexico, right? Like a wart. I know, Lucinda, exactly like a wart, right? That's a whole process. But the bottom line is that unless, I've been exposing the guy for the last few days. I mean, that's one way of getting him, to stop and go away. If you noticed, he's been concentrating now on chasing migrants and begging for money, which is what he loves to do, right? His whole purpose of existing at this point in his life, right? But with other people, they've committed perjury, they've committed crimes, they've falsified evidence, they've done all kinds of stuff. And again, sometimes you just want to put it off to the side and be like, no big deal, no big deal, because you don't really want to give it too much time or energy. But then the time comes to give it time and energy, because the bottom line is that criminals that lie to the authorities, criminals that lie to courts, deserve and should be in jail and should deal with the consequences of their actions. So anyway, stay tuned. We're excited. I say we because there's a group of us. We are excited. We are excited. We are excited. Not that nothing could be done before, not that something couldn't have been done before, but honestly, as I always tell you guys, you have to prioritize, right? If I would have spent more time fighting off Oscar and his tamales campaign, I wouldn't have done anything else. So I prioritized. I did focus some on them, but very little. I mostly focused on growing and doing other things. Hi, El Mario. With this other maniac, who's also Oscar's buddy, of course. I dedicated a little bit of time, not much, but now the time has come to dedicate more time, resources, because none were dedicated at all, actually resources, and really put more time and energy into it, just so that we can set a good precedent, right? Good precedent. So anyway, and never stop exposing Oscar, because they are pulling out at all the stops right now. They don't know what to do. They're going crazy because Oscar got caught lying about a restraining order. He made an ass of himself. He went to the Agency for the Protection of Migrants, making an ass of himself. Exposing himself to so many patriots who may not be saying anything at all, but they're watching. Patriots are watching. Patriots are saying, what the hell are you doing, buddy? Like, you're documenting yourself, filing a complaint because this woman confronted you and all this stuff. And so he's so crazy, and they're going so crazy because nothing they do works, that now they're pulling out more of what, according to them, was their, how you keep some of your weapons hidden, or some of your whatever, some of your strategies hidden or whatever. They're pulling them out now because obviously the restraining order didn't work. The restraining order story didn't work, it didn't work to stop him from being ridiculed. And that was the purpose of him saying that. He wanted to stop. He wanted to break that ridicule platform that he put himself on, right? Didn't work. So now they're trying to deviate with something else. Well, thank you. Because you just motivated me. I'm telling you guys. You do this. Not me. You do it. You're the one. It's your energy. See, for those of you who don't know the definition of karma, I only confronted him. For those of you who don't know the definition of karma, it's your own energy coming back to you, whatever energy you put out there. So they're building up energy for me, and I'm just using it as my profile picture states. I use my haters as motivators. Again, I try not to give too much importance to whatever I feel doesn't have too much importance. But then, not only will what they just motivated me to do push the cucaracha to go even crazier, because remember, he goes crazy every time I travel. Every time I travel, he goes insane. Don't ask me why, but every time I travel, the guy goes insane, as if I've traveled my whole life. I went to Florida, and he went and got shaved from head to toe, and I don't even know what else. I don't even want to know what else he got shaved, okay, other than his face. He probably had his entire body shaved. I don't know, just having a total like midlife crisis, mid-reporter career crisis or whatever. And they probably didn't charge him much to shave him down there, because there's not much, I'm sure, but anyway, or whatever, but anyway, they just motivated me to get up and take action, which I honestly wasn't gonna do. I just, I was just going to honestly forget about it and laugh about it. But now they motivated me to get up and take action I'm a dual citizen, exactly, and I've been traveling my whole life. But not only that, I mean, why would it surprise him that I go to your beautiful state of Florida, Mario, or your beautiful state of Texas, Eric, or the beautiful state of New York, my beautiful state of New York. I mean, don't get me wrong, I lived in Florida and Texas both. I lived in Miami for a year, Tampa for a year. So I've also been a Florida resident, Mario, just so you know. I think you already knew. And I lived in Texas for years in Lago Vista, Cedar Park, and Laredo, Texas. So I've also been a Texas resident. And I love Texas. I love it. But my favorite state has always been California. It's the only place where I've truly, the only place where I wanted to be, and it just happened to be California's 33rd Congressional District. Always did everything I did, but with the intention of, or not with the intention, but with the vision. Well, yeah, the vision and the intention of going home to the 33rd Congressional District in California. So anyway, can't wait to see you in Congress. Oh, thank you so much, Bradley. We got so much fighting to do, and for those of you who still believe in political correctness with everything that's going on, I hate to break it to you guys, but political correctness is never going to get us anywhere. One. Two, we're at a point where they're trying to kill us. They just released a new variant on us. Who knows what that's gonna do? How many people is that gonna kill? How many lockdowns? How many more vaccines? Pfizer is now, or Moderna, or Pfizer, one of the two. I think it's Moderna is already talking about their new anti-Omicron vaccine. Like, seriously, how much money are they making from this? And who's going to run out and get this third booster now with this Omicron variant pathogens or whatever? My God, really? Where is this going to end? How many variants? How many? I mean, we're at, 4 now? How many more? Like 100? It's only been a year and a half and we're up to 4 variants, guys. But anyway, anybody who thinks we're going to fight criminals off with political correctness, we're not. We're not going to fight. We're not going to fight any of what's going on with political correctness. I mean, I've been speaking of diplomacy and finding middle ground, but that's with our constituents. That's with other people like us. I'm not talking about the leaders, because the leaders, there's no diplomacy. There's no anything that is going to make them turn away from their agendas, from their globalist, communist agendas that they are trying to impose on us. Thank you so much, Mario. And I have so much coming. Obviously one of the things that has given me so much experience, obviously, is the attacks. Sorry, we can't go anywhere without a mask here, so I just try to keep it on, because walking in and out of stores, can't go anywhere without a mask. One of the things that has given me so much experience over the last 3 years is the attacks. So right now, obviously, this, confronting this cucaracho at the border, as I said yesterday, very gratifying. Apparently, they had been holding back some information, some lying information, just, I guess, holding on to it and waiting to see what they could do with it. But they were so triggered by me, keeping on laughing at the cucaracho, that they already put all their meat on the grill. And unfortunately for them, which only gives me a bigger advantage at everything, because you can't fight something off if you don't know that it's there. It's like, fighting off a disease if you don't know that you have it. You can't, right? But whenever you know you have it, or whenever you know the problem is there, then in order to fight a problem, you have to identify a problem. And it's impossible for me to identify a problem that I'm unaware of. But now they just made me aware. And not only that, but since I beat every single case against them, I have so much time to just dedicate to this single one. Imagine if I was able to beat them dealing with 7 or however many it was, 8, 7, whatever, I don't even know, so many I lost track, simultaneously. Imagine what I'm able to do when I focus on just one. So anyway, guys, I'm excited. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for making me aware of your crimes. I have to tell you that we're going to keep on laughing at the cucaracho no matter how much stuff you throw out there on the internet. And at the same time, you just motivated me to get up and take action, as Brittany would say. Say hello to the girl that I am. Remember that song? So anyway, I'm excited because, as I say always, karma has no expiration date. Divine timing, divine justice. Information is priceless, Lucinda. Information is priceless. How the hell are you supposed to deal with something that you don't know it's there, right? That you don't know is there. But because they were so triggered about what's going on, about us, all of us, so many of us now, and you guys, a lot of you don't know this, but those of us who are leaders in this movement, we're all very close. We all know one another. So you would think, oh, nobody cares. This is just drama. And it's, oh, no, trust me. Everybody's found out about it. I mean, former Trump advisors have already found out about this. Oh, my God. Paloma confronted, this guy in Tapachula. Oh, really? And then he went and filed a complaint claiming he was assaulted. Oh, and then he did this. Oh, and then he cried victim. Oh, and he was the one behind the tamale show. Oh, and then he blah, 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 blah. Oh, and then he lied and said she died. Like, our groups are so small. I'm not exaggerating if I tell you that, I mean, I'm not going to say Trump because that's kind of taking it a little bit too far, but a lot of his people already found out what's going on, and they may not be saying much, but they're watching thinking, wow, wait, this felon just went and complained at the, Agency for the Protection of Migrants, and he's the one that we have as our correspondent. Oh, correspondent, always your country first, right? Really? Like, we may not have anybody else, but wow, that's the kind of snake that we're dealing with. People are paying attention, guys. And what criminals do is they expose themselves, okay? So anyway, thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart because it just motivated me so much more. See you soon, guys. See you soon. I can't wait. And I know we got to be careful with this Omicron, whatever new variant that they're throwing out at us. But again, imagine if I was able to beat 7, 8, however many cases it was last year while fighting all of them simultaneously. Imagine what I'm able to do if I focus on one. And at the same time, illegal felon. Yeah, ex-convict, illegal felon, drug trafficker. And at the same time, we're going to continue to expose them. There's nothing you're going to be able to do, cucaracho, to stop us from exposing who you really are. And it would have been as simple as taking down the videos, apologizing, Oscar, apologize, and telling the truth. But you refuse to because your ego and your pride came before your common sense. And I remember there's a video of you saying that you think with the one that poops. Well, I don't think so. I think you think with the one that poops, whatever that means. I'm just quoting you, I think you think with the one that poops because anyone who thinks with their right mind would have taken down those videos, apologized, and told the truth and gotten it over with. So we're not going to stop exposing you. And we're also going to fight off your buddies in whole new ways, brand new strategies, brand new everything. And hashtag we can't wait. Okay? Bye, guys. I can't wait. Thank you. Mwah. Love you guys. And always keep on triggering. Keep on triggering because when you do, they reveal themselves. See, this is something they should never do. They should never reveal themselves, but they can't help themselves because at the end of the day, remember, they're deranged. They're not mentally stable people. Bye, guys. Have a beautiful Sunday and take care, everybody. Bye-bye.